I love the smell of meta-story in the morning. Honestly, though, I'm here for it. Look, I'm not sure I'm right about where they're going to go with this whole Mario movie thing that we're doing, and I'm not confident they should be making it at all, but this is the timeline we live in. I think this could be a look at who Mario and the gang are as real people outside the games. Hear me out. I'm Austin, and this is Unenlightened. And yes, I know I'm late to this particular Mario party. I've mentioned before how Nintendo has referred to Mario and company as a troupe of actors. Not necessarily canonically fighting with each other, but more performing a story. You know, conveniently enough, that leaves room to flesh out the characters and tell a real story without really affecting the original precious Nintendo classics. Which is something Nintendo is likely to want to do. If they're taking advice from the folks over at Illumination, which seems to be likely given the casting choices they've made, it's possible that they would try to pump some real personality into these guys. And I think the best way to separate this new story from the original games and still have the two coexist is to take Nintendo as literally as possible. Make them actors making a movie about the standard Mario saves the princess story. Have Bowser standing there and saying, and then stepping back and in Jack Black's voice going, "Was that good?" You know, have conflict between them in their real world. We all know this whole thing is going to be a big cornball advertisement for all things Mario, so why not lean into it and just kind of give us the silly scenes that we don't want to admit that we want to see? Have them get into a fight over a kart racing round and have it affect the show the next day, you know? Like BoJack for all ages. And I'm kind of kidding here, but I'm also not really kidding. Honestly, I see this as a real direction they might be going, and it could work if it were done the right way. This would give Nintendo the opportunity to kind of step outside the characters to both improve and make commentary on what came before, for better or worse. Sort of metaphorically taking off a costume and being their real selves. The writers can keep whatever personality traits they want and add or embellish others to make well-rounded people out of these vague video game archetypes. I think it would be very Mario, anyway, for the movie to be all about making a movie, you know? After all, they've built their games to look like stage plays and put their characters in costumes and told little silly bite-sized stories all along. Why not tie it together with how the real Mario feels about all of this and include some of the characterization that we see in the Paper Mario series to boot? Does Luigi want the chance to be the tough guy? Maybe Bowser wants to be the hero of his own video game. Still a good idea. Or how about making Pauline a regular character again, bring more women in the cast, which they've already been doing in the games. It's already going to be weird to tell a story with all these characters that have been so rigid for so long, not really having consistent identities at the same time across all their different appearances. My reckoning is, why not just have fun with that and take the opportunity to tell some actual stories and do some fan service in the process? Now, I want to take a second to say, as I said, I don't think they should be making this movie in the first place. As intrigued as I am, it's sort of a morbid curiosity. I don't think you should rock the boat with a tentpole IP like Mario that's still going. They've tried to step out into different types of content before, and the result has been something. I think keeping these characters as the vague icons that they are is perfect to keep churning out all sorts of wacky and creative games in different situations that don't bother clouding the waters with attempts to explain how it all goes together. But here we are. They're making this movie, and Charlie Day is Luigi. This thing is going to get weird. And I say we kick back, break out the popcorn, and let this thing go absolutely nuts. I hope Nintendo takes the opportunity to step away from the established canon of the Mario universe, if there even is one, and I think this could be a fun way to do it. But I might be totally wrong. Why don't you tell me what you think in the comments below, and share your theories for how you think the movie should play out, or how you think it will play out, or if they should be making one at all. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see you next time. You know, they might just get on the multiverse bandwagon, and then the whole thing would just be a huge cop-out.